I am peace. I'm a little bit snotty. I've been fine. I watched something that resonated with me around um, saving some children this week. Uh, it's one of those things that we'll be discussing in the coming weeks and months. Um, I do hope that you all will read the description this time because I managed to put one. Um, but in this case, you know, Dolly and Whitney then got together and made it clear that the children are the future. And neither my black ass or your white ass really matters that much. And I knew this in 2018, about 2 years before the world began witnessing the pattern of abuse of authority in the country. It had taken a major shift toward outright negativity. You see, when the Democrats were in office, especially with former President Obama, they had to hide their biases. They had to bootlick a so-called black man in the country until they bent the knee with Colin Kaepernick and all of that. And Black America was like, what is this bullcrap right here? But they were kissing up to the president and his politics because they believed he had black people's ear. See? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. You do not get to, in 2026, make every white person you meet a racist because the United States president today and whatever part you had to play in his being in office, good, bad, or indifferent. When they had the opportunity, I would wonder, I would like to know how many people voted for Obama and went on to vote for Trump. That's the question because in Obama's second term, he disappointed a lot of people. He just did. You ain't got to get into it. And remember, black people said that Clinton was the first black president. So we wasn't even looking at Obama like that. We were like, oh, he's a pretty little token. Okay? Me. I'm less of a token though. Much much more of an Oreo. And today I'm a deep fried Oreo dipped in fudge with sprinkles of caramel, chocolate, and a little sea salt. Yeah. I'm the full package in a cookie. One bite of me, baby, and what's that one chip? Mm. You get one bite of me. And you'll never want to leave. You better chill out. Calm down now. Okay? That's for the thirsties on Thursday. I keep this train rolling, y'all. 1 second. See, if you're into social media, you know what Thirst Trap Thursday is. Yeah. Well, it came along well before all of the other stuff. I started Mission Ready Mondays, a few other things, Token Show Thursdays and Tuesdays. Again, to the American Heart Association. Come on, give your girl a hand. Cannabis helps me breathe. It helps me sing. It helps me keep going. It helps me walk up hills that I couldn't walk up before. It helps me get rid of guilt that doesn't belong to me and belongs to somebody else. It helps me heal millions of families whom I may never meet just because years from now they will never have to reveal their pains as they will never have felt them. So I have to rule this world with my pain so that there will be no more pain, Mary. and people can gain a true understanding of what it is to be a child with gifts. For years, others have tried to define my life for you. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Batman, Wonder Woman. They would have a Wonder Woman pin or something gave me. Others give me other trinkets, and I have some of them. Some of them I pass on as gifts to others. Because I'm going to tell you an honest truth. If you're someone who has one of these, I hope you did hang on to it. Here's your moment in history. I gave you that out of love. It was meant for you to either keep or pass along that blessing to someone else. Because I recognize I can never pay back the creator of all things for giving me my life. I thought I had lived those first 30 years as a mother, wife, daughter, child. Right? I thought I had lived. And then somewhere around like 45, I realized that I was just keeping time. And then I realized the people that I was keeping time with hadn't even lived the life that I had lived already. And I didn't want to be held back. So I left North Carolina and I came out here and I started keeping time with people, places, and things that no longer served the best interest of myself, my thesis, or what it was I planned to do politically. Many people knew that this day would come, some did not. You have a nickname, a similar thing. I wanted you to know that I love you and care about you. The fact that I may not ever be able to tell you that or see you. I knew then what I was going through. I never wanted to leave the parent. I had to be a parent. I had to do what I had to do to protect me and my children. How do you tell people who see you carry 50-pound bags of flour around every day the rest of it? So I didn't. I invested in my exit strategy, even if it did come with abuse and theft, whatever. I was leaving, so it didn't matter to me. I'm not surprised that a bunch of otherwise wannabe artists and members of my family came after me after I graduated art school with honors, basically. You can't have a catastrophic rise in a family full of catastrophes. And there it is. At 8 minutes, no, my apologies, 9 minutes and 18 seconds. The heart of this conversation. Is this bearing the lead or is this bringing you into understanding of the topic of discussion without rushing or rushing? See, it's tricky. Anyway, let's take that another one. The one. Oftentimes you hear someone say, I am not the one to be played with, or I'm the one though. I am that one. I am the one you can fuck around and find out about with Or if you play with me to fuck up your feelings, it's Thursday. On Fridays, it used to be F your feelings. Also, foundational fallacy. I would have foundational fallacy time in the morning. So you can see black men on television or YouTube or whatever it is, either with their children or discussing their children. And then in the evening, you see grown folks having a good time and telling you to fuck your feelings in determination of how we enjoy our lives. And I said, well, but you know what, go. You think you got it better than me? Fuck around and find out. And here we go. Pretty much every Friday says, y'all been effing around and finding out something new and something painful too. Well, I'm just telling you the truth. If you choose not to believe the truth, it ain't got nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. When it comes to physical Scientology, numerology, you really need to understand words. Because if you don't, you put the wrong word on the right number, you end up in trouble. See? Is that not exactly how an identity is stolen in this country? A word, which is nothing more than a name on paper, in this case, is put upon the wrong or an incorrect social security number, and one or both parties is injured and or benefits erroneously. Either way, but for human error, it wouldn't happen. The question becomes, how you take the human out of the system? Mm, that has failed. Now the question is, where do we put the human in the system? I said that humanity is Schrodinger's cat. Hey, Mr. Tyson, if you think of the cat being inside of Pandora's box, along with everything else, that's humanity trying to fit into the galaxy. And then we shot a hole in our ozone layer, and our human BS has otherwise oozed out into the ethers. And like the Who's in Whoville from Dr. Seuss's Grinch, they can hear us from up on the hill. Mhm. Again, we are Schrodinger's cat inside of Pandora's box, and we came out like that. Mm. We came out like triplets, a vaginal delivery, all of the doctors and everything around. Like, okay, three of us just shot out, pop, pop, pop. With a third rock from the sun, y'all. We gotta get there. Yeah. Let's hope we don't make a loud noise. I'm like, wow, what crying baby? What is going on in that galaxy? Mm-hmm. And then, because humanity ain't got no home training, they finally get around to us. We're supposed to be the apex predators of the bunch, But elephants and lions have a better hierarchy than we do. And sentient. So the galaxy was able to get into alignment with nature and all of it before humanity. Because let me tell you something. Okay? You tell somebody you psychic, you telepathic, and they immediately try to start telling you what you're not. And that when you do pull on their truth to their energy, they're like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't believe that shit. Or they get mad at you and they beat up on you. So technically, don't nobody believe you, even though we know it's true. The government researched it. What Bluetooth technology is. You all continue to miss the assignment. These things do not hit the market until about 20 to 30 years after the government has made use of it. Then what they're going to figure out what they're going to do with it, or needed to declassify it for some reason. Facebook, Instagram, Tesla, SpaceX. Mhm. They invest in each of us. After the 80s, so many of us got caught in the icon bubble that otherwise geniuses are now defeatists. They no longer believe that they'll see a, a female president in their lifetime. They no longer believe that they'll see humans make it to Mars. That belief system is gravity. It's the weight of the world is what's actually weighing us down. And I'm sure there's a formula of it. How do you measure gravity that you can see? How do you measure how much God is in somebody? How do you measure genius? Then you get eugenics. They did every one of those things, including the study of clairvoyance, supposedly separate from the United States military. Yet Scientology, the Nazis. If we were racing to go to space, we were racing to do behind the scenes so that when we got to space, we would be the dominant beings. If you knew that I was the mother of civilization, what would you do? Out of curiosity. See, humanity is just one worldly being made up of a bunch of cells. Hmm? You only need one human being, one human woman, maybe two, three males to propel us into the next evolution. Considering how many human men want to be with aliens, making new bloodlines and species and varieties of beings. Now, that'll defeat racism. But it won't do anything about tribalism, which is why if you unify under certain conditions, you have better chances. That's all this is. A continuation of God's favorite things. And whatever it is we create out of His blessings, even in the hard times. One day you'll understand.